therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. It's getting late, but I don't mind. 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 Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. It's getting late, but I don't mind. 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 Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did too. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those would be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah, all the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. It's getting late, but I don't mind. 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 Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah, all the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. It's getting late, but
going on, guys? Welcome back to the Chaos and Lou podcast. It's your boy Chaos. Welcome back. And of course, you know, we got the motherfucking Lou in the building.
What's up, Lulu?
What's good, man? Welcome back, man. Episode 2. Can you believe it, man?
Round 2, baby.
We actually fucking did it the first time.
Yep.
We were actually really surprised at how well we did and how good it came out, man. We absolutely weren't like expecting that.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that.
My goodness, man. It was so good. Like, God, I think the best part about all of it, and which is something we definitely wanted to touch on with you guys, and make sure we absolutely say this before we even get into this next pod. Thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts, man. You guys showed so much love to all our friends and family. You guys legit shared it. You guys commented. Some of you guys were in here live and direct while it was happening, man. It was such a beautiful thing, and we were absolutely not expecting the amount of love we got. So thank you guys. I know Lou appreciates it, man. So
yeah, man, you know, I appreciate, you know, I want to shout out my cousin, you know, Scooby, you know, my family and friends, and man, you know, for sharing, liking, you know, commenting, you know, even if you didn't share it, you know, even if you just tuned in, I appreciate all the love, man. You know, that means a lot to me. I really didn't expect the amount of people to check out the video.
Man, when I tell you, I was absolutely shocked that it was like that fucking good, like, to us. I mean, like, we felt like it was an absolute success, and it's the reason why we set out to do this in the first place, and we got a lot of great feedback from people.
Yeah.
And man, when I
good
tell
recommendations.
You, yeah, some good recommendations. We even bought a couple books based on some of the recommendations we got. So yeah, man, I think we had a beautiful thing, and here we are, episode fucking 2 live. Let's go. You know, it's exactly why we wanted to do this in the first place. And as you guys can tell from the title, we are going to be covering dating 2024 going into 2025, what that market is like, how tough the fucking dating field is these days, man, and why is it so tough, man? What do you think? What do you think's really making it so hard these days to date?
You know, man, I said it, and I'm gonna stand on it, man. You know, I think one of the biggest problems is social media. You know, that's not the only problem, but in my opinion, one of the biggest problems, you know, is just the whole fake stuff on Instagram, you know, all the fake stuff on Facebook, whatever social media platform you're using, you know, don't believe everything you see, you know, it's all entertainment, man. You know, you got to realize that these people that are posting these things, couples or single people, you know, they're only posting the good stuff, the good days, and, you know, they're not really showing you what the struggles and none of that, man. So they're selling you a lie, man. And, you know, just don't buy into it, you know, just have an open mind, you know.
I absolutely feel like, yeah, social media has taken a big toll on how accessible it is to date, and you know, it's, even though it's accessible, I feel like it really benefits a female versus a male, man. Like, because at the end of the day, most women don't respect guys who get into their DMs. It's very rare that some random guy hits up some random girl and she like accepts and actually goes on that date, because she don't know that guy. You know, social media definitely gives like a different avenue to date, but I also feel like it's also been a detriment, because women have so many options, man. All they got to do is post a half-naked picture and you got 1,000 men in your DMs.
Bro, let's keep it real, man. Men, they don't have to see you half-naked, man. If they see your figure and, you know, they like what they see, it don't matter. It don't really matter, man. It doesn't take much for us to, you know, for you to catch our eye. Believe me.
Yeah, man, it's pretty tough, like, just to even get into conversations with people, much less, you know, getting on the dates, which brings me to some of the statistics that I have down, man. You know, 5 out of every 1,000 people are getting married these days.
True.
5 out of every 1,000 people. That's an all-time low, as a matter of fact.
That's crazy.
And even worse, the people that are getting married, 45% of those people are getting divorced within 5 to 7 years max. So marriages are not lasting. People are barely getting into dates and relationships. So naturally, what happens is you have less people dating, less people getting married. So what's left? The only thing that's left is for you guys to basically hook up. Like, and at that point, you know, as average men, you and I both know it's hard to hook up with anybody. As you know, obviously I'm single, you're not, and I have to deal with it currently. And you've been together with Scooby for years, man. So you kind of see it because you see it on social media and the things, and then obviously you hear about my stories. But, you know, I think for me, I'll give a personal take. It's hard to walk up to a girl and actually get a date. And I'll tell you why, because most of the time I approach anybody, give a quick compliment, and then they're like already brushing you off. So you got to build up that courage. You have to have the confidence. And in all honesty, I feel like it's a numbers game now. If you're not really out there trying, you're really gonna get no's if you just ask one time.
Yeah,
sure,
man. And I feel like a success rate for a guy could be, man, out of 10 girls he asks out, possibly only 1 or 2 are even gonna even say hi back, let alone give him his number and all that, man. And it's really hard out here for a guy to, not only if you don't have that confidence in yourself, man, you're just setting yourself up for failure, man. The only recommendation I could, give the guys is, man, you got to be a lot more confident, man. First of all, you got to, build yourself, at the very least have a job, man, that way you can at least provide some kind of value to the woman, especially in the dating phase. You gotta at least show your worth a little bit, man.
Yeah, I think for men, we have to bring something to the table, some type of status, some type of benefit to the women. I feel like women just kind of exist, and they really don't gotta work for that date. And
yeah, women are born with their value. Men have to earn it.
Yeah, and that's a hot take too, because people don't want to hear that shit, especially women. They don't want to hear that they're born with their value.
The truth hurts, man. That's what we're here to do, is tell the truth.
It's unfortunate that it has to be this dynamic between men and women. And in all honesty, men and women are pitted against each other in the dating market right now. It's the reason why we have such high divorce rates. And the even worse statistic that I have written down here is 70% of women are people divorcing are women. Women are the ones naturally leaving.
Divorce, yeah.
And I think that's for a few reasons. For one, women have all incentives to divorce. They get rewarded for divorcing a guy. Men lose everything. Sometimes so much so to the point where they get depressed, and you start having other situations with that depression. A man losing it all is really hard on him.
He would rather deal with the fact that you're just this person that he has to deal with, as opposed to just losing it all, man. I'm gonna be straight up, man. If it came down to divorcing my wife and having to, pay child support, and her finding another dude and having to deal with another, way of struggling to deal with my kids and be with them,
you would naturally stay.
Naturally, you would stay, man. You know what? I'd rather just deal with it.
Yeah, man. And I think that's a big difference, key difference between men and women when it comes to marriage. And I think that's the reason why, obviously, the statistics show for itself. 70% of them are the ones initiating it. And it's true. Men typically wouldn't leave, because why would we leave a situation where we're like halfway happy and halfway unhappy to go and potentially get with somebody who's going to give you 20% happiness, and the rest of that 80% is unhappy? Like, it's a big game for us to go and just leave. It's just statistically it's not good for us to do it. You know what I mean? So naturally we stay. Plus, again, we don't want to deal with another headache. We rather deal with the one that we're already dealing with, and it's the reason why we're having problems in a relationship. Work that shit out. Don't sit there and find a reason to leave. Again, and I say it with all respect to women, but you guys really do get rewarded to leave. You guys get the child support. You guys get all the belongings if there wasn't a prenup behind it. They're almost incentivized to leave, and I think that's obviously a big problem. So I know we had some questions. Did you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start it off, man.
And it looks like we already had some chats coming in. Man lost custody of his son after his ex-wife got out of prison after 7 years. Wow, that's crazy. The system is not in the favor of men. That is absolutely fucking true.
Hey.
Watching. Hey, what's
up? What's up, Rue Dog?
Hey.
What up, man?
Rue Dog.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Pops? Glad you can tune in and get to watch some of the shenanigans that we get to speak on today.
We got a lot of times on our hands, Rudy. Come on, man. Stall me out, dog.
A lot of time on our hands, but at the same time, At the same time, it's something that I feel is a hot topic, man. Dating. We're men. Naturally, we want to date and be around women. It's just what we're supposed to do, but it's a little easier said than done these days. You know what I mean? So go ahead with your first
but this goes back to our topic, man. Our first topic. It's reasons why men do not want to date masculine women. You want me to go first, or you want me to go first?
Yeah, I could go off on that one. So masculine women. All right. First off, there's a dynamic between men and women. And I think that's very obvious. Genetically, we are not the same. Biologically, we are not the same. Naturally, that leads us to not wanting the same things. Women look for a man who is dominant, masculine, protector, provider, right? If that's the core principle that most women want in a man, why is it that when naturally we come into a household or we are in that household and we are dominant and authoritative, you guys rebel and have an issue against that? And then in turn, she becomes masculine. She's questioning your authority. She's the one, sitting there demanding and telling you how things should be. I think that's a very big problem in a relationship. I think as a man, you should be the leader. And make it even worse, if the guy is making less than a woman, she's absolutely going to be the dominant.
You already lost that battle, buddy.
Yeah, man. If you're not making more than she is, you're fucked, because she's absolutely going to tell you how to be in that house,
Definitely.
And unfortunately, I feel like today's economy, government, political views, all of that ties into how women are, because back in the day when it was just cavemen and fending for your life and having to hunt for food and protect the village, so to speak, even then, from that time till now, there was this dynamic. Men were up here, women were subordinate, they stayed home and took care of the kids. And now we're in this day and age where women have so much equal rights that our playing field's here now. Women are almost incentivized to, again, divorce. They're incentivized to leave a relationship because it's easier for them now. They have government aid. They have WIC. What do men have? I mean, obviously we can get WIC too, but again, these are all things that were implemented for women. So I think naturally that dynamic has to stay. You can't want a dominant man, but then be more dominant than him in the relationship.
And then just an example, ladies, just to put it in simpler terms, we don't knock you for, wanting to do your thing, wanting to build yourself up, make yourself the woman that you want to become, reach your goals and all that. I think that's beautiful, but just know that some of the choices that you're making by doing this, they're going to have consequences. And unfortunately for women, the more status you get, the more money you make, the
pool of guys
goes down, because your standards are only going to go higher.
Yep.
You're only going to want to date a man that either makes as much as you or preferably more than you. Yep. That's just a natural feeling that females are attracted to, you know what I mean? And if you've already made yourself this successful woman that could sustain yourself, nobody's saying that you can't. I mean, but and in the dating market, you've only made your value lower as you became more successful, as opposed to a man. This is why when Chris said we're different biologically in every way, we
want different things.
Once a man becomes successful, even though he could be either overweight, he could be ugly, he could be short, whatever the case is, he can make up for that. As him being successful and making money, he can make up with those things, as opposed to women. Men's value goes up as his status goes up and makes more money, and women's options go down as you make more money. And that's just the reality, because that's again, ladies, you're not gonna settle for something less than what you're capable of doing yourself.
Yeah.
So you're doing yourself a disservice at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're not saying ladies stop pursuing your careers and being successful and this and that, but just know that if you're doing that sort of thing, what's going on, Cecilia? Welcome in. If you're successful lady, you just got to understand that at some point, if these guys are not meeting your criteria, the average guys like us, then just know that the higher tier of man you get, the more likely he is going to want to cheat and have more options. And, that's a hard fact that most women don't want to accept. But you got to understand that men who are not as successful as that guy, men who are bums, will even cheat on you and want variety. So I think that dynamic also is something we should always speak on, because, I mean, again, men, we are kind of dogs, but, that's something we've known from the stand of time. I mean, let's be real with each other. So next topic you wanted to touch on? I know we also had a few things about masculinity that we could have spoke on too. Like,
well, I'm just gonna give a few examples of, just to give you ladies an insight, of why is it that we don't want to deal with masculine women. And for being in a relationship,
it.
and just my opinion on it from what I've witnessed, and from people that I know or whatever the case is, regular people. Just a small example, ladies. If a man goes to work all day, has to deal with the responsibilities, the world, having to deal with a boss, having to tell him what to do, and or whatever the case is. The last thing he wants to do when he gets home is to deal with a woman that's questioning him for the most ridiculous things, such as, oh, why are you late? Why are you 10 minutes late today? Why is it that you didn't bring this? Or why is it that, whatever the case is, it's just something as simple as that. It's like, we don't want to deal with that. So right off jump, I'm just going to want to get away from you. And, it's just little things like that. Like, you got to respect your man, like he's like, oh, well, I just went to work too. Hey, that's great. But at the end of the day, as a man, we feel like we earned that respect. We deserve that respect, especially from our significant other.
Yeah, man. And unpopular opinion, most men don't give a shit about a woman's opinion at the end of the day, because they live life on easy mode. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, but the reality is, ladies, you guys are born with your value. Men are not. We have to work towards that. We have to work to become successful. Our direct value doesn't come from our sexuality. It comes from what we provide to you. And I think that in itself tells you right there, if your value comes naturally, why would we put up with somebody who we don't want to hear lit from when we're just trying to be like, Pops agree with Louie, don't create another space when you come home. Exactly. Like, it just makes you not want to be there, man. Like, you want to come home to peace and quiet. And I'll give you a great example of something that I dealt with recently. I was dating a girl, had her come over and whatnot. I don't remember if she was off or not, but I told her, look, my job is demanding as it is. Sometimes I just want to come back and chill. I don't want to go out. Is it cool if we just kick it at home? So she was down with that idea. Well, lo and behold, I get home, she comes over and we're kicking it. And the first thing she tells me is, rub my back. And I'm like, look, don't get me wrong. The act of rubbing the back is not the problem. It's just the fact that she thought she can just tell me how to do it versus asking me to do it. Because if I would have came off to her right away, oh, well.
Take off your panties.
Yeah, like, it's a double standard. And I feel like, again, you can't want a masculine man in your house and then demand him to do things too and not take it the wrong way. And I think that's just a small fraction of how women can be controlling. And, like, I hate to put, my ex marriage on blast, but the reality is a big part of why I left there is because she wanted to be in control of everything and I was the higher earner. And I think naturally, not knowing it then, but seeing it now, like, naturally I was like, hold up, like, if I'm making most of the money, I'm paying majority of the bills, why are you telling me how to spend it and how to live it and how to be in the household? It's like you're walking around on eggshells. Nobody wants to live in that kind of situation.
And ladies, I'm not gonna just put the blame all on you. This goes back to, men dealing with higher earning women. You guys have literally earned the power because you take on most of the responsibility, and men that pretty much cave in and don't set a standard because they're not able to, because of whatever. Maybe you make more money than him, it makes you more dominant or whatever. I get it, so basically what I'm saying is, man, become a man, bro. Like, get a better job, earn your fucking respect. You're not just gonna get it, bro, whether it's from a girl, from a guy.
And then here's another thing. Let's just say you want your man to be dominant, right? And he's gonna be that for you, right? Let's just say you guys are out on the street and some guy smacks your ass. Right away, who are you going to look to be protector, provider? Who are you going to lean on?
Expect
Expect it, exactly. Not even like ask for it. You are automatically expecting that guy to protect you, right? That's man being masculine. Now, take that same scenario. Let's just say one day I say, you know what? Nah. Today I don't feel like fighting that guy. He smacked your ass. That's your ass. You figure it the fuck out. Today I just feel like being in my feminine era. I'm good. Like, what woman is going to respect you for one?
How crazy does that sound?
Bro, like, so it's like, as a woman, I don't think you can pick and choose when your feminine comes on. You have to always be soft. You are a woman. Like, there's a reason why the saying is be a lady. It's not be a lady sometimes, or it's not be a lady on Mondays. You know, it's be a lady. Like, I don't see how that's so hard for women to understand, and then they wonder why we get bothered when we get the lip, or
Man,
when
it just
we get
goes
questioned.
just goes to show how many fuckboys they've been around, you know, like have
That's a
allowed
problem.
it.
That's where the
you know,
problem
and
comes from.
And that's the
Simps.
big problem, man. You know, like, come on, bro, like, get it together. Like,
Simps are creating this problem too by feeding these females with their fucking ego and saying, oh, you know what, like simple facts, like liking their pictures, subscribing to their OF, you know, saying, oh, you're so sexy. They're like, we are fueling this shit. And then the simps that even worse, that are paying for content. Like, again, I wrote down a statistic, bro. This shit is crazy to me. Only 1.43 dates are happening per year in the dating scene right now on apps. Only 1.43. That's less than five dates a year for majority of men right now.
That's
and
wild.
I think that is a sad fucking fact right there. And even Tinder Insight says 8.6 people who are actually in the DMs are actually going out on dates. So that leaves a full 91% of people who are flaking. So the dating market is so saturated, and it's already hard enough to date.
damn,
so
and some dudes pay for this stuff, bro.
Paying for it,
to
bro.
get like pretty much
paying for extra
rejected,
swipes,
bro. Like that's
yeah,
why
why
you
would
might as well take your chances out in the street, my
bro,
boy.
why would you pay for more swipes
It's free.
just to yeah, for real, bro? It's just, and again, this is part of the problem. OnlyFans and simps have ruined the dynamics.
Man, preach.
Yeah, man, it's true, bro. Like, there's so many OnlyFans girls out there, and sex is so accessible to just at your fingertips, and just, you know, oh, I want to see ass today. Let me subscribe to this. You know, like, that's a big problem. We're fueling these ladies and thinking that it's okay to be overly promiscuous in relationships. Like, I know for a fact that if I was dating somebody, there's no way in hell she's about to be posting her cleavage, her ass. Like, you know, even my ex-marriage, man, like, there's a few times we went out on beaches, and I was like, hey, that, you know, and if I question her, this is my body.
I thought it was summer, not in the middle of winter.
Yeah, you know, this is my body, this and that. And that, again, we come off as overly dominant, and now that's borderline toxic.
Insecure.
Now we're toxic and insecure, man. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, you know. Let me see what the other statistic was, because I know we had a few of them. Yeah, and back to that whole marriage thing, 70 to 90% of women are the ones initiating these divorces, and I think that says a lot, because they have options, man. If they're the ones exploring and you know, being the ones divorcing, they got plenty of options, man, and we don't got them, you know, especially as average guys. I think we run into a lot of problems, but I know you have more questions, so what you got?
Well, I mean, I think that goes along with the next question I have is, what is a reasonable age gap?
Oof, you go ahead and answer that one first.
Well, see, the thing, the reason why I say that, you know, naturally, men are gonna want younger women. That's just facts. You know, I'm not the only one that feels that way. Believe me, ask any guy that would prefer a 21-year-old as opposed to choosing a 31-year-old, 41-year-old, whatever the case is. And that's just biologically, you know, what we want.
Yep.
You know, and it's hard to say or whatever. You know, you ladies might say, well, why would you want such a young girl with no experience or whatever? But you said it yourself. She has no experience. We know that her body count isn't going to be
low.
nothing crazy. She's going to be so inexperienced that for a guy, that's really attractive. That's something that we want. You know, you guys think, like, oh, she's probably just going to be a bimbo. She's just some dumb young chick that doesn't really know much about life. She hasn't experienced it.
But she's giving no lip.
But exactly. And, you know, they're more easy to deal with.
Not only that, and I know this is going to sound, again, unpopular, you know, opinion, she's more impressionable. This is probably going to sound even more misogynistic, but she's more coachable. And the reality is we don't want a girl that's set in her ways, you know, old in her days. We don't want that. We want them to actually understand where we're coming from and understand what it is we want. So
you just got to look at it this way. It's easier to deal with a young woman that really can learn more. You know, if you show her the right things, obviously you're not going to put her in a situation where, you know, she's going to have to figure out, oh, how am I going to live? No, that's not what we're saying.
Yep.
You know, but it's easier to deal with a younger woman like that because she's so inexperienced, you know, as opposed to dealing with a girl that's 31 that has been
Got
through
kids.
got kids, been through relationships. You know, at this point, she knows exactly what she likes, what she doesn't like, and most of the time, you're not gonna meet those standards because they're so high, because they feel like, oh well, you know, I used to have this guy or whatever. You know, that's just you showing the options that you had.
Yep, and Red Wolf said it best right here. Men can wait longer to have a family and settle down biologically, because that is true.
Exactly.
You know, most women reach their peak at 25, and they might not like that again because, again, unpopular opinion. But you guys reach your peak. Like, your sexuality, if your sexuality is your main commodity, don't you think that within your peak ages from 18 to about 25, you should be doing your best to lock down a good man? Instead of, I mean, again, chase your careers and all, but keep in mind, the more headstrong you become, the less likely you are to hold down a good man, especially if average men are not your cup of tea, you know what I mean? So that in itself is proof in the pudding. So
yeah, so but back to the question,
Age gap.
what is an exceptional age gap? In my opinion, I think about 5 years.
yeah.
5 years is a good age gap between a guy and a girl. You know, again, for guys, it could be a way bigger gap because, like I said, it's actually preferable to us.
Right.
You know,
For women, obviously, the majority of the time they date older,
I mean,
and they don't ever get that double standard. Why are you dating such a guy such older than you?
Yeah, they'd be like 21 dating a 45-year-old, bro.
But it's creepy when a guy wants to do it.
Yeah, you be 40 years old and want a 20-year-old. They'd be like, oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, let's make it sound better. 21, she can drink. Okay, but that would be frowned upon. Like, how? Like, it's just doesn't it just blow your mind that we respect women's standards, rich, handsome, you know, has his shit together, financial, tall, all these things. We don't even disagree with you because that's what you biologically are hardwired to want. As a woman, you want the best candidate for, you know, for everything. But when we say we want a woman that's, you know,
not promiscuous,
she's
not showing her body,
exactly,
not being a hoe.
They sound outrageous, and we get like.
We get attacked for it.
Bro, we get attacked for it because we have such. And come on, you're comparing to these simple things to what you want. Nobody knocks you for it, but they'll criticize a man just because he has these standards.
Yeah, and that, again, just like everything else, there's these double standards for a lot of these things in dating, and that's why we feel like it's necessary to speak on it, because I think ultimately we need to get back to a point where we do have a bit of a hierarchy. Let's be honest, no matriarchy has ever really stood the test of time. Patriarchy, where man leads, the world's dominated by men. Most creations are by men. Most leaders are by men. Show me a village or a civilization that's survived off matriarchy, because I haven't seen one yet.
Woman King.
The Woman King. I mean, look, great movie, but yeah, don't believe the hype, people. That's some bullshit right there. But yeah, to the age gap thing, man, I'll be honest. For me, I don't think, as long as she's legal and obviously has a little bit of wits about her, I don't think the age gap should really matter. I mean, at the end of the day, women know that they would naturally want an older guy, more competent, you know, more strong. You know, she doesn't want a weak guy. So if we're saying that there should be an age gap, I don't think there is one that's like too
and ladies, I won't knock you. I mean, you could have, you know, you could be 35 and you could be a great woman, you know, and that's by you learning from your mistakes, you know, from the past relationships. You know what you want, you know how you want it or whatnot, and you know, maybe the next guy that you deal with is gonna check off a few of these boxes, but you gotta understand that you're more than likely not going to be the first choice given your age. You know, oh, well, I don't look my age, but that's only going to last for so long.
Yeah, man, you guys have a time limit. You guys age like milk. I mean, you guys have a timestamp, and you better get used to that shit, because again, your main commodity when it comes to relationships is your sexuality. Why do you think they put on makeup?
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's called make-up, because you're making up for whatever you lack in. There's a reason why this shit is out there. People like pay attention to this shit. So if your main commodity is your sex appeal, why are you not trying your best to lock down a real good man within your peak ages? And just like Red Wolf said, You guys biologically cannot have kids as you get older. You guys start hitting high risk pregnancies when you hit 30. So why are you not trying to
28.
Yeah, man. And the fact that there's so many standards from women that they want from us is why we have this subject right now. Why it is so hard to date, because women have to. Let's be real. The real reason dating is hard these days is because women have such high standards that men can't live up to them anymore. And that's a fucking
sad
fact.
but true.
That is a fucking fact. So age gap is, I don't think it really matters. I think the bigger situation at hand right now is figuring out how we can not be pitted against each other and actually have loving relationships. Man, if the statistics are showing that divorce is so high, bro, and the actual success rate is low, man, that's telling in itself. So we got to figure this shit out, ladies and men. Look, again, it's not all just the ladies, man. There are some simps out there that are contributing to this shit. And if you're that guy out there watching this shit, get your shit together, man, because you're fucking it up for the actual men who are out here working and trying to lock down a good woman. And we as average Joes deserve to have a fucking model too, a number 10. We want 10s too. It's not just you women who want the successful guys. We want good women too. But standards are too high.
It's just in men's eyes, we don't expect too much, from a woman. All you really got to do is just be a lady. I don't know how more clear I can be.
Stop being masculine. Stop questioning my authority.
Man.
I mean, let's be real. Stop questioning whether or not, I should fucking stay out with my boy and have a drink just because it's a day to celebrate. Like, if where I'm at, like, don't be pissed off for no fucking
Don't ridicule me for, you don't know, like, guys, they need that time to themselves, that space, don't crucify him for having a drink after work with his buddy because he either got promoted or they had a great day. I think it's healthy for men to have those times, especially either as a good coworker or your good friend or even family, a brother or your dad or whatever, man. But there's some masculine women out there that won't even let you do that, man. Like, oh, why you stay so long then? I'm like, because I had a beer and I didn't want to drive right after. It's just so obvious that, you can't hold that in. And that's what we're trying to explain to you, that it's just annoying and we don't want to deal with that masculine energy.
Just let us live in peace, man. Like,
it's not hard.
We're already providing. We're already having to deal with life. Like, be the reason why we come home and have some peace in our household, man. We shouldn't have to come home and ask you to cook anything. We shouldn't have to ask you to rub our feet. Like, those are things that we would naturally do for you if the roles were reversed, because men are naturally caring and nurturing. We want to provide and protect, and that's another good reason right there. Men don't want promiscuous women, the masculine women that's experienced a lot of shit. We want to be the experienced providers. We want to. So if you have a high sex count and body count, naturally that guy's gonna be like, yeah, she's been ran through, she's had experiences, like, what can I really show her? That's unattractive to men. So I know we had some more topics, so what you got for me, man?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, guys, if you guys have any take on the reasons why masculine women aren't for men or whatever,
the age gap.
Or what are the age gap, give us your comments. Again, this is just our opinion, and I feel that we can speak for a lot of men that feel the same way as we do.
So make sure you guys let us know if you guys feel like if an age gap is the thing. Should there 5-10 years, doesn't matter, please let us know. We definitely want to see what people think. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, our next question would be, who gives better dating advice, men or women?
You already know what I'm gonna say.
Go ahead, I'll let you.
Women can't give us advice on dating because they don't know what it's like to get a woman. And if they're giving advice to a fellow girl, I feel like they tend to like coddle the girl's feelings.
Say it with your chest. They lie to each other.
Yeah, they lie to each other. They'll sit there, give some fake ass bullshit, and send her out on this date, and she come back with a heart broken because she got some fucked up advice. But yeah, I don't think women should be any advice givers when it comes to dating because they don't know what it takes to date. Again, their idea. Their value is there for them, man. It's if you spend your entire life having guys hit on you, how are you gonna tell me how to hit on you? it just, I mean, all you know is the cat calls and shit. You know, I don't think they have any good advice in all honesty. But you know,
yeah, and the reason why men would give even better advice, me personally, I think that like he said, you have no idea what it's like to even build up the courage to go up to a woman and ask her out. What would you say? I mean, how would you go about it? Women nowadays, I feel that even if you go up to them in the grocery store and try to tap them, they'll probably look at you some kind of way like, oh, why are you touching me?
Why are you so close?
You know what I mean? I'm like, well, I have to make contact somehow. I don't want to be too creepy about it or whatever. Yep. But yeah, man, I just, in all honesty, man, like we need to really, really build confidence as men. And again, women, when they give each other advice, they lie to each other. Men, when they give each other advice, they're going to tell you straight up. Like, oh, if as for example, if I come to Chris and be like, man, I went on in this date, but I feel like I could have done better or whatever, he's going to be maybe criticizing on what you're wearing. He's going to tell you straight up, man, like, why didn't you take her there? You know what I mean? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you say that? If she gave you an opening, why didn't you take it? He's going to tell you no chaser, straight up, the truth.
We tend to be more critical.
More critical, like, more honest to each other, as opposed to a woman like, oh, girl, don't worry, you could find another one. It's just such, different ways that we approach each other as men and women. Again, women are never going to tell each other the truth, especially if, like, I'm sorry to say, but if you have an overweight, friend that you consider a real friend, even just the thought of you knowing that that's your best friend or whatever, you're not going to call her fat. You're not going to tell her, hey, you need to go to the gym. You see her eating a big ass fucking torta or a big ass burrito. It'd be midnight right after the club. I'm like, girl, maybe all you should have is an apple. You're not going to be.
That's salad.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, you're never going to tell her that, as opposed to Chris telling me, like, bro, are you serious? You're gonna get that 4x4? Like, bro, you don't need that. Like, come on,
get that salad.
Stop playing.
Get that protein style.
Exactly, please. And that's just the difference, in my opinion. And I've seen it happen. You see it happen right in front of your eyes, where women will literally blow smoke up their ass just for them to avoid hurting each other's feelings.
And I also think that women tend to give a lot of destructive advice to people who are already in relationships, their friends. Their friends. I think they don't. For one, they won't give it to them straight right off bat. So naturally they're like, oh, fuck that nigga, leave that nigga, he ain't no good anyways. You can get another man. That is fucking destructive advice, because sure, you can get another man, but are you gonna get another good man that's gonna hold you down like this guy has been? She's probably single herself, and she's like, I can't wait to get her back out to the club with me. You know what I mean? She's doing it for her own benefit. I don't honestly think women give really destructive advice when it comes to dating and or keeping their husband or man. It's
girl, do you?
Did you, boo-boo? You don't got to worry about that motherfucker. He broke anyway. Like, you can find a rich man, this and that, and what's the likelihood of you getting a rich man? Especially if you got kids and you've been ranting.
And let's just say you do get a rich guy. What are the chances of him actually wifing you up and taking you serious?
Yep. I mean, men are the relationship givers. So, it's up to us to decide whether or not you want to get wifed up in the first place. Because let's be real, when you're dating, men do give the relationships, and it's up to you to do all the things in order to get into that relationship. And he's the one that decides he wants to marry you. So it's like a job interview, man. If you want to be a wife, then you got to fill out the prerequisites to be a wife. Don't just, sit there and expect it to happen. It's just very destructive advice, I think. So,
and that is why, again, we would say, in our opinion, men will be the ones to give a better advice. Just in my opinion, my reasons, because if you guys can't be honest with yourselves, how could I expect you to be honest with me? All you're going to do is treat me like a girl and tell me, oh, you can do better. Don't worry about it. Like, there's a woman out there for you. That I'm not doubting that, but what did you really help me with? What did I do wrong? She's going to be like, it's not you, it's her. Like, that, come on, man. That's not going to help me out, not at all. Man. As opposed to a guy telling me straight up, like, man, like, come on, bro. Like, you really expect her to give it up, or do you really expect her? You took her to a taco spot. You took her to the, whatever the case was, man, I'm going to tell them the truth, and that's just the difference. And my reasons why I could never trust a girl's judgment, especially on dating.
Yeah. And so I got a hot take for you. and this was a bonus question that we didn't really speak on, but I think it's relevant. Do you think men and women can be platonic friends?
I'll tell you straight up, Charles. Absolutely not.
Agreed.
Absolutely not. Because as fucked up as it sounds, man, as fucked up as it sounds, a woman being your friend, a platonic friend, brings you no value.
Zero.
At all. You know, and it goes back to the question, or who gives advice. He's like, oh, well, you can get advice from her. No, you can't, bro. No. I just literally told you, they can't be honest with themselves. They're not going to be honest with you.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? And maybe that would be just a little value if they were honest. Maybe they can give you a woman's perspective. But at the end of the day, bro, you really get absolutely nothing out of, because think about it. You're their friends. You hear them out. You know, you give them advice from
women
a guy's
get all the value.
You know, you
friendship.
take them out. You know, as friends. You know, you pay for the food. You know what you pick them up, or whatever the case is. You hear them out when they're going through with their boyfriend. You give them all this boyfriend energy. You know, call it what you want, friends or whatever. But at the end of the day, you as a man, what do you get? How do you benefit from this?
You don't get shit, man. And I know, again, those are unpopular opinions, but the reality is men really don't gain anything from a platonic friendship. You know, like you said, he's giving all the boyfriend energy. He's there for her. He's gonna protect her if some shit ever goes down outside. You know, he's gonna provide. He's gonna pay that bill for when they go out on lunch. He's gonna sit there.
And ladies, let me tell you, there's a reason why he's doing all this.
There's a reason.
There's a reason, and we're gonna tell you right now, because. Like I said, we can't be the only ones that think this.
Let's just put it to him raw, Lulu.
Look, man, the reason why these men are doing that, playing this friend role, best friends, or you like to say, just because you've known them your whole life, that means that man right there has been patiently waiting for the right moment to strike. Whenever you start feeling vulnerable, like a wolf, and you say, "Oh well," because I give them, we share advice. You tell them when you're going through rough patches. You tell them what you don't like about your boyfriend. You tell them this. You get that. All you're really doing, ladies, is fueling him, giving him information
on
you to know exactly what you like, what you don't like. And hearing
when that husband fucks up,
when that husband, boyfriend, or situationship, as you ladies like to say now, messes up,
entanglement,
he's just gonna be ready and to know exactly what to say, exactly what to do. To given the opportunity, he's gonna take it, guarantee you. And if you don't believe me, hit up one of your guy friends right now on the phone. Make them believe that you're drunk or you're just feeling a little, loose tonight or whatever you want to call it, and tell them straight up, like, hey man, how come we never worked out? Or like, I'm feeling some type of way. Why don't you come over? Right. Tell them straight up. I guarantee you that friend is gonna come so fast you'd think that motherfucker hopped in a Lambo. I'm just telling you facts. I'm telling you facts. And that's one of the main reasons why men should not have girls as friends, because you're only hurting yourself by, giving all this energy towards something that you're never going to get anything out of, and that sounds fucked up to say, but like I said, and if girls, you honestly think that there's this guy out there just trying to be your friend, man, you better think twice who you're giving your information to, because you never know what intentions they have. They could call yourself your best friend today, and that's the one that's going to attack you.
I honestly think the only way a platonic friendship works is if the guy's playing for the other team, if you know what I mean. I think that's the only way that it's going to work out between a man and a woman being friends. Because ladies, stop being fucking fooled, okay? They do not want to be your friends. They are just trying to fuck and just waiting. They'll fucking wait 2, 3, even 10 fucking years until that day finally comes.
You'd be surprised how long a man is willing to wait.
Yeah, man. 10 fucking years, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Don't get it twisted, people. You guys do not bring that much value as a friend. I hate to say it like that, but there's no way I can tell you right now, I have 0 friends that are girls that I communicate with on a day-to-day basis. Maybe I might have like an old friend that I hit up and say, hey, how you been? Or I get that same thing from them, but there's no way you're gonna catch me being, girl, I want to hang out today. Let's go have some lunch together. Why the fuck would I take you on a lunch date when I'm trying to get me a girl? Like, that money I should be wasted on trying to actually go on an actual date, not sitting here pretending to be your friend. Like, and that's why I cut that shit off right off jump. But I mean, a lot of simps out here can't fucking do that shit. So again, fuel.
What do you guys think? I mean, ladies, give us your opinion here. I mean, am I wrong for knowing or saying the things that I said about guys being your friends or whatever? If, like I said, if you don't believe me, try it out. Do it.
Put some waving hands in the comments if you ladies have a fucking guy friend. Again, waiting in the friend zone, because we all know what that is, man. Come on now. Like, let's stop being fucking naive and acting like we don't know what the hell's really going on in that guy's mind. Which is exactly why us men have a problem with you women being with us and then, oh, I got a guy friend. Oh, really? What's his name? Where does he live? What's he want with you? That's our first question. Bro, it's like the biggest fucking red flag if a girl tells me she's got a guy friend. I'm like, nope, I'm good. Move on. Next girl. Yeah, bro, I can't do it, man. Next girl, because honestly, man, I'm like, you ever seen that show Next with the Best?
No.
Anyways, I'm like that show. Next. If you got male friends, bye. I don't want you. All right. Any more questions? What we got?
All right.
I know we had a couple more quotes too and things like that we wanted to speak on, but before we even get into the quotes, tell me what we got.
Okay, well, this one. Should a girl with no dating experience be picky with men she wants to date?
You can take that one off top.
Well, obviously people are going to say, well, it all depends on the woman or whatever the case is. But let's be real, man. Like, women that are, I think women in general that are picky, man, like, it's just, you got to really take a look at yourself and say, like, oh, am I really worth it? You know, most women aren't even confident within themselves because they wear makeup. You know, they try to, keep up with whatever's going on in life or whatever. But no, I absolutely don't believe that women that have, especially when you have no dating experience, how do you know what a good man is? You've never experienced it. You've never felt that love. You just have these high standards that doesn't allow you to even have an open mind because you're so brainwashed by social media, society and telling you, oh, he should be this, he should be that. When a guy at Starbucks is actually giving you a compliment, being a nice guy, going right about it,
probably be a better guy
but he says something maybe that you didn't like, or maybe something that made you cringe a little bit. You know what I mean? Then how do you know that guy wasn't just nervous? How do you know you're not even going to have an open mind to give him a man a chance? That could be the one for you, and you're so dumb thinking that you know everything. Like the fact that, because I have these standards. How could you have standards if you've never experienced it?
Yeah, I think, in all honesty, a girl with experience and a girl with no experience should not be picky. Both, I think neither of them should be picky. If you find the guy remotely attractive, give the guy a chance. Like, what's it gonna hurt you, man? Like, why are these standards so high for you ladies these days? Why is a plumber such a bad thing to have, man? Like, for all you know, this plumber.
Shout out to Mike, man. Shout out to Mike. Plumbers, bro. They have a skill. They make good money, especially if they have their own plumbing business. Man,
they're CEOs, for all you know.
Come on, man.
But
just because you hear
plumber.
Oh, that's not ideal for you. That's not a CEO. That's not a doctor. That's not that. Man, you'd be surprised how much money they make. Again, shout out Big Mike.
It's socially unattractive, to a woman. And again, this goes back to your status as a man really matters, man. And I think this is why we should do our best to always be our best. At the end of the day, if we are not performing and excelling, our pool of women go down. So, we got to settle. And I mean, the reality is most men don't want to settle. So we always want sexier, younger. That's just what's in our nature, We are biologically hardwired to just attract girls.
And then touching back on the last podcast, bro, that goes back to these beta ass motherfuckers that want to be picky with fucking working in certain jobs, and they don't want to stoop down to a certain level because it's not what they were making. It's not ideal for them or whatever. Man, be a fucking man. Get a fucking job. Yep. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Let's be fucking real, bro. Like, these ladies, you cannot blame them because of stupid shit that you motherfuckers do like this, not wanting to work or not wanting to put in the fucking work. Man, come on, man.
Rich.
You got the whole game twisted, boy.
You guys are fucking it up for us, man. Like, legitimately, stop being fucking simps. You know, if you really want a good fucking girl, then earn your shit, man. Again, we need to earn our value and our status in life. Nothing comes easy for us. We don't get to live life on easy mode like some of these women do. And, you know, even I hate to say this, ladies, but even fat girls get play. You
Facts.
know, like they got just as much fucking body count as a sexy girl, bro. And that's scary. And then you have a normal looking guy, not bad looking, you know, pretty decent in job. He gets zero play. So that That's a statistic, bro. If that doesn't prove it to you, it is a problem now. There's a big problem. And I think it's only getting worse as we're going into 2025, man, because social media is more, bro. I just scrolled through TikTok today, and live after live after live after live, it's just girls doing their makeup, talking, no talent, bro, whatsoever. But they got hundreds of fucking gifts, hearts going up. Fucking, what do they call, galaxies being tossed at them? Like, bro, these are guys just sitting there being simps, talking about, oh, I'm about to send you $20 just because you're giving me some type of attention on live, bro. Like, you're spending money for the dream of potentially being with this girl you're never gonna fucking meet. That, to me, is so backwards, and it's the reason why dating is so fucked up in this day and age, man. It's so sad. And, you know, I mean, again, me, let's see. Okay, so we got some agreements. All right, see, that's what we like to hear, man. Thank you, Kathy. We appreciate that. And I think it's very important that we have these conversations, man, because I mean, I want to settle down and find somebody, but I will not settle for a masculine woman. I will not settle for a promiscuous woman. I want a girl that's wholesome, that has wholesome values, traditional values. Let's go back to when women didn't find it misogynistic that a guy wants her to cook dinner every night. Like, I mean, if we gotta go work, bust our ass, why can't you cook dinner? You know, but again, the
gender roles here, people. Gender roles. We gotta know. We gotta know our own, man.
It's still a
just
thing.
as you wouldn't expect me for you to go and change your own brakes, your own oil, your own tire. You know, whatever the case is. Same thing. I'm gonna expect for you to make me, you know, a caldito on cold days.
Man,
I mean, is that so much to ask for?
Yeah,
because I went to work too, but that doesn't change the fact that that's your duty.
Yeah.
And if you grew up with mom and dad and all that, like I did, you know, thank God, you know, my mom always took care of everything, you know, never complained, didn't have a problem with it, you know.
My mom's a testament to that too.
You earned that respect and you learn, and my dad always made sure, you know, we knew what to do as men, how to carry ourselves, defend yourself, you know, all that man shit that you need to know. You know, he gave me, I will never forget this piece of advice my dad gave me. You know, learn how to grill. He told me, learn how to grill, because if God forbid you get with a woman, you guys have a family or whatever, and she's taking care of all the business, you know, cooking for you and all that. God forbid that you break up or whatever. At the very least, your ass knows how to grill. You know what I mean? It's just a little life lesson as a man telling you, just him giving me a fair warning that, you know, even we're men, you know, they're supposed to cook for us, they're supposed to clean for us, or whatever the case is. But you at least got to do your part as a man, taking care of all the manly shit. We know our role. Why is it so hard for females to now know what theirs are?
Yeah, and I think a big part of, you know, our parents and the expectation of men growing up, I think it's instilled in us to take care of women. It's taught to us on how to provide and protect, you know, and I think women don't have that coming up. They, you know, at most, if they do have a traditional household, they're being shown how to cook and clean and stuff like that. But also, I think within that, you should know what you provide to your man and how to better. I hate to use the word serve, but I mean he's serving you, isn't he not? You know, I think you just as much as we're serving you by. I mean, again, hate to say these types of words, but slaving away at a job that we probably don't like, but we're doing it anyways because we still have to provide for the roof over your head, and we still have to make sure you get the bag that you want or the shoes that you wanted. And I think it's if we're serving you in that way, why can't you ladies service in the most basic things that men want? We all know what it is, the main one. We all just want sex. Why is it so hard? Like, oh, today. Like, sometimes
I
we
think
don't
it's a
feel like
fair
going to
deal.
work.
You get all the things that you want, all the places that you want, all the food that you want, but all we want is a little butt.
Yep. And bro, they don't even gotta drive with us anymore. Like, there's a reason why it's called fucking passenger princess, bro. You don't hear any guy going around talking about I'm a passenger king today. The fuck? Where do you hear that from? You know what I mean? So it's written. It's already there. It's in our face. It's just that people don't want to fucking hear it, man. Like everybody gets so cringed up when they hear it.
You better get the fuck out of here right now.
Get the fuck out of here, guys. I'm over that shit.
I'm gonna fuck you up right now.
Yeah, man. So these are the things that are plaguing us in the dating market these days, and if we don't have more platforms like this to speak on it, 2025 is looking pretty fucking
guys,
bleak.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment, just give us your feedback. Again, we're not trying to preach. We're not saying we're right. We're not saying none of that. We're just giving you our point of view. Me and Chris, like I said, back to our job. We have a lot of time on our heads. He tells me his perspective, being single, how tough it is, the things he has to deal with, the games that these women play, it's
too many of them.
Really, like, honestly, we'll get more into these stories later on. But again, right now, we're trying to give our opinions, the things that we're almost positive that a man thinks almost the same thing as we do. Yeah. And like, again, give a like if you agree, give whatever thumbs down if it doesn't, apply to you. But whatever the case is, we have an opinion, and I feel like we speak for the majority. Yeah. But again, it's up to you guys. This is up to you guys to let us know.
Yeah, man. I think if we can bridge this gap, 2025 will look better, and so on and so forth. But in all honesty, I'll be real with you, man. I think we are at a point in this world where we can't go back anymore. Things have changed so much, and I think it's going to be really hard going forward.
It's only getting worse.
Yeah, it is, man.
It's only getting worse.
It's sad, I mean, I can tell you right now, I've dated so much in the past 3 years since I've been divorced, and I drop them so quick, bro. I can't do it. I refuse to settle, man. And I think that's what more men need to do. I think we should refuse to settle for bullshit and put up with shit that we used to just because we're trying to get something specific. I think we are failing if we are accepting a woman with half of the check marks that you want checked off. If she don't check them all off, gotta go, man. The fuck out of here, ladies. I hate to say it like that, but if you're not providing any value to my life and adding peace in my life, then I don't want you.
Come on, guys, man. There's more beautiful women than high value men. Don't forget that, man. Beautiful women are really, really common, bro. Beautiful women are really, really common, man. You see them everywhere. Men are not. You see them everywhere, but a hard-working man, a high value man, that's really rare. And I don't think that the ladies really understand that.
Yeah, ladies, don't sell yourself short, man. Like, understand that you guys are very replaceable. And the more picky you guys want to keep on being as you get older, again, you guys are aging like fucking milk. You're not going to last forever. And, men, we have a longer longevity when it comes to dating because of the fact that we provide more than just looks.
And let's just say you're blessed enough to find a good guy at the age you are with the kids you have. Lock him down.
Lock that
man down. Yep. And don't let go. Do everything you can, because at the end of the day, you don't want to end up alone, regretting anything. I mean, you shouldn't regret anything in life, but I think one of the biggest life accomplishments for a woman is having a family. I think that's one of the biggest accomplishments, as opposed to getting a doctorate or or this and that. Like that's all good and well. That's beautiful. If you are able to accomplish
some
that,
education, all good.
that's fine. More power to you.
But we don't care about
But
it.
at the end of the day, what's gonna feel more accomplished? The fact that you became a doctor, or the fact that you had
A loving, nurturing
two beautiful
family.
children, a family that whom you can be proud of, that's gonna carry on the hard work that you've created. Giving a good example. What's the point of you doing all these accomplishments if you can't really share with anybody?
If your legacy's not going to live on, because that PhD and that doctor is not going with you, ladies. Understand that the reason why God created us is to procreate. We are meant to reproduce and pass on our legacy. Our bloodline has to go on. So naturally, if that's our biological instinct to do as men and women, then let's get back to that. I don't see the harm in that, and stop feeling like men are just dogs and that we're no good. Like, give us a chance. Give us a fucking chance. Give these regular guys a chance, ladies. If you see a guy out there that just came up to you and asked you out, know that man had to build up that courage and go up to you and say something, all right? So don't just shun the guy off. Like, give him a little, at least, don't just shrug him off. At least give him a hi and like, thank you for the compliment, or, I'm not interested, I got a boyfriend. Like, don't be an asshole. Because we run into that shit way too often. You women are a little too stuck up, and you're too fucking out on your high horse, and we need to knock you
And
out.
I would say, ladies, don't take advantage of guys, but man, do your thing, because these motherfucking simps, if you can get something out of them, but hey, more power to you, man. They deserve that shit, man. It's men that are part of the problem as well, because these motherfuckers are too scared of rejection. They're willing to pay anything, say anything, just to get some ass, bro. And honestly, that's really sad, bro. In all reality.
Yeah. I'd rather pay for a nice date versus paying you for a picture just to see you half naked. I mean, if that doesn't tell you where the dynamic is, bro, like the fact that OF is such a big thing, like it's skyrocketed. And I was just hearing a statistic this day, and so many women are doing OF because they feel like it's a means to make money and they can be self-independent. Who are they independent of? Men. When women say, I'm an independent woman, you're independent of men. And I think that's a part of the problem. But when you see these girls on OF just shaking their ass, and bro, it irks my nerves. But the statistics is I can't even say that word. Statistics says that on average, women who are doing OF right now is only making $150 a month, bro. $150
Yeah, because
a
like
month.
10% of them that are like the top earners.
Yeah, there's only 10%.
Yeah.
So, ladies, if you're out there selling your body and using this for success, keep in mind you are the demographic that drops even worse off than some of the women who are actually trying to get an education.
And even worse, if you're doing it and you're not getting paid for it, that only makes you for the streets.
For the streets. Yeah, we don't want y'all. We don't want the ones that are for the streets. We don't like the real foes.
Oh, so why do you like them? Because we're visual creatures. Of course, we're gonna like what they see, what they're doing. But am I gonna take that girl seriously at all, or give two shits about what's going on in her life? No, I'm gonna get what I want, what I need, and then just keep it moving.
Again, we are not complex creatures, ladies. We want one thing at all times. So, anytime we give you interest beyond just sex, take that as a tall tale sign that this man is actually interested in you and he actually wants to pursue something with you if sex is not his only prerogative with you. So figure that out right off the bat and give these guys a chance, ladies. That's really the main objective that we're trying to preach to people right now is the dating scene is fucked up. So ladies, just knock your standards down a little bit. Give these regular guys an opportunity. Who knows? You might actually fall in love and fucking love this guy for the rest of your life and have a happy, thriving relationship. Ladies, it's not that hard. Okay. I know we had a few quotes before we hop off. I'll let you give the most important one that you felt was gonna impact these guys and give them something to hold on to. We want to try to give you guys like a little bit of inspiration towards the ending of these episodes and not just preach. And I know today we bash women quite a bit, but I think today was more of a perspective from men. We want ladies to understand why we're frustrated. We want ladies to understand why we are in the position we are in on this podcast and why we're upset. So I know we kind of bashed women a little bit today. The reality is the truth hurts, and if the shoe fits, wear that.
Just remember, guys, the offended are the defeated.
That is absolutely true.
You know what I mean? So
That is
let's
absolutely true.
let's just live in reality and say the truth to each other, man. And if you're more than capable of taking this information and actually trying to learn from it, you know, as opposed to just sitting there like, oh, well, that doesn't apply to me. Oh, I don't agree with that. Oh, they sound stupid. Hey, we might sound stupid or whatever, but the fact that it got to you that much, if the shoe fits, then wear it.
Wear
You know
it.
what I mean?
All right, what's that quote? Which one you got for me?
Okay.
I know you had a pretty good one.
Okay.
Say it with your chest, motherfucker. No, just kidding.
All right, I like this one.
Hear it.
All right, guys. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks that are thrown at him.
Agreed. Take them stones that are being thrown, lay them down, build a motherfucking house. Don't sit there and take the beating and then go on to another beating learning nothing. It doesn't make any sense. We are absolutely critical thinkers as men. We are naturally good with our hands. So take those stones that are being thrown at us and just thrive from it. My brother actually sent me a thing the other day, and it was talking about adversities and how we should accept those adversities and challenges as a good thing. Because if we're not growing from challenges in our life, then what are we really doing with ourselves? So
And this one goes out for the simps. When a man is prey to his own emotions, he is not his own master.
man, and if that don't speak volumes, what we're saying here is first of all, you're a man. Stop fucking acting like a bitch. No offense. And secondly, you shouldn't be sitting here whining and crying about anything when you have all the opportunities as a man to be successful. You just got to stop sitting there acting like a simp. Anything you want to say on that?
No, you pretty much covered it, to be honest.
A little rough there, but
Yeah.
oh man.
And I could say one. I'm gonna say one more. Money attracts females you want. Struggles attract the woman you need.
That's a deep one. That's a deep cut too, because that is absolutely true. And yeah, again, back to the same thing I was saying. You know, never settle. So
Yep.
don't ever settle. Even for you ladies, don't settle for a broke motherfucker who's doing nothing, sitting at home playing games, smoking weed, doing nothing with his life. Don't settle for that guy. You should. We're not saying you ladies shouldn't strive for high earning men. We're just saying that keep in mind that not every woman deserves a high earning man.
And we can leave off with this one. This one, I like it too. The one who is meant for you encourages you to be your best, but still loves and accepts you at your worst.
All right. See, that's what I'm saying.
So
That's just
again, guys,
exactly
you
what he
know,
said.
try to think about those things. You know, those are some of the quotes that me and Chris really liked, and you know, felt like it had to do with some of the topics that we touched on today. But you know, we're just trying to motivate,
Trying to spread the word,
You know,
people.
motivate men to do better, man. You know, at the end of the day, like, come on, bro, like you got to do your part as a man. You know, because women, they're only gonna adapt, you know, to what's going on, bro. And you know, the more options that they're having nowadays, bro, it's gonna be more and harder and harder and harder for us men,
Yep.
you know, to try and keep up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because they live this fantasy that they want to live a certain life. Oh, I want to be rich, or I want to be that. You know, when in all reality, you're struggling yourself to even make ends meet. So how can you even come close to, you know, meeting those women's standards? You know, and like I said, women, come on, like
Get it together,
You
motherfuckers.
gotta give these guys a chance. You know, give them a fighting chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stop wanting a Leonardo DiCaprio and start giving at least a chance to these regular average guys, man. You know, like not everybody is gonna be the most hottest, most attractive, most whatever. But I feel if he has a good enough heart and he shows you, I think that's worth more than any type of beauty or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Agreed. And listen, ladies, I want to finish off by saying, first of all, we love you, ladies. Without you guys, the world wouldn't be what it is, right? We get all of that. But at the same time, understand that without us, there's none of you guys either. So it takes two of us in order to create more life. So I think naturally we should just find a way to bridge that gap, bring us close together. And let's not have this divide where men and women are bashing each other for point of views and perspectives. I think that's really doing all of us a disservice. So let's get back to where we're loving each other and, you know, finding good in each other.
Be honest with each other, man. Communicate.
Yeah, love
you
your
know,
partner, man.
it's key. You know, and if something right now in your relationship is bothering you, you know, and you've been living with it, and you can't find the words.
much love,
You know, let me just tell you, man. Honesty is the best policy, bro. You know, you give, even though it's probably not going to be the response you want or something you're not going to want to hear because something's been bothering you, man. Like, you just let it out. You know, the truth will set you free. It's, you know, it's the best thing that you could ever do with your partners. Just be honest, you know, communicate and try to figure it out, man. And now if the other person doesn't listen, doesn't understand, then maybe you should consider thinking about maybe this is not the person for me.
Yeah, ladies, if you're putting up with a bullshit ass guy already, why not put up with like a good man? You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make any sense. So, sometimes the dating's so backwards. But anyways, we could go on and on and on and about how backwards shit is in the dating or dating market. I was about to say industry. And you know, we got so much more shit. It's like
that's what happens when you come like 2 weeks ago and you just learned English.
It's like a job, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta give him to him. He speaks pretty good for being 2 weeks in the country now.
Well, anyways, that's pretty much most of what we wanted to speak on today, guys. We again appreciate all the love and everybody who ever comes up in here and drops any comments. Anybody who watches, you know, share. We really appreciate that. If you guys feel like this message helped you in any way, shape, or form, or if it might help somebody, share that shit to somebody. You know, the more people we can get eyes on, the better the topics are going to be for us and the more we can speak on things. Little update on the pod itself. We're doing a few new things, like we have a new intro song. We got some new equipment, so bear with us as we're working through that situation. But our next live, we're going to go again next Friday. So far, Friday seems to be like the days
we still got to figure that out because we're trying to get Huesitos on this. And that's the weekend I think he's going to come back from out of town.
Is our next Friday already the 13th?
Yeah, bro.
I thought he was coming around the 20th.
Oh, you're right. Well, anyways, that's for future.
Yeah, we got a special guest coming on.
We got a special guest coming on, you know, somebody that's, you know, an investor, you know, somebody that's, you know, he agrees with a lot of the stuff and, you know, his family. So,
yep. And he has lots of different perspectives on his relationship and the things that he go through. And, you know, I think the more people we can get on here, the better. Obviously, we do want to get some girls on here. Just to kind of
have a conversation.
Yeah, but you know, we're not quite ready for that yet. But eventually we are going to get some guests in here. We have 2 seats behind us. We do want to work on getting
some mics,
a couple more mics so that we have everybody loud and clear. Everybody sounds good. You know, we don't have any like quality issues when it comes to the stream. So anything else you need to say besides dates and...
Nah, man, not much. You know, really, I really want to know what you guys think. You know, like I said, try to leave a comment. You know, share it with somebody that you might think that could help them, or you know, oh, I told you. You know what I mean? Anything helps. You know, but again, you know, this is a platform for all of us. It's not just us. You know, that's why the more questions you guys have and the more feedback you guys give us, you know, I think the better we can make it quality of a show, you know, just with good topics alone.
And we also want to reiterate and kind of stress that this is our first time doing this shit. We have limited knowledge base and it's not going to be perfect right off the bat. So forgive us if we don't clearly state our points and our perspectives. We are trying to fine tune that thing. Obviously we have beliefs and we're passionate about certain things, but naturally we want to make sure that you guys understand where we're coming from. So if something, you know, came off not so concise or to the point, you know, we'll address that. We do look back and look at these things and, you know, we
that's
just
what the comments are for.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why we want to see the comments. You know, we want to go back and be like, all right, they disagreed here or they weren't understanding this. So again, stay tuned with us, guys. It's only going to get better. This is second episode. We are trying our best.
Shout out Scooby. Shout out Rue Dog.
Yep,
Alex. Everybody. Ceci.
Everybody.
You know,
we appreciate you guys.
Everybody,
Kathy.
Everybody know we love you guys.
We appreciate you guys coming in and doing this thing with us and supporting us. I mean, obviously, you know, it's random as fuck. And, you know, that's a beautiful part about life. You know, we get to choose and enjoy the things we like to do, you know. So
Freedom of
just-
speech is a beautiful thing.
Man, and that's why we're here. We're here to tell y'all ladies to stop fucking playing. All right? All right. No, just kidding. Love you, ladies. Love you, ladies. Hey, popcorns, let's go. We do like popcorns. I'm glad you enjoyed the show, Ceci. All right. Until next time, guys, it's your boy Chaos. It's your boy Lou up in the motherfucking building. We'll catch you guys on the next stream. Much love, everybody. Peace.
All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for tonight. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. It's getting late, but I don't mind. It's getting late, but I don't mind. It's getting late, but